everybody, welcome back to our channel. Thank you guys so much for coming back in. I appreciate it so much. Before we start this series, I am gonna get this done all in one shot. What that means is I am gonna be doing it all in the same day, so you guys will be seeing me in the same clothes because it is the same day. But it will be in series, like I said before. I also want to let you guys know that there will be trigger warnings. If I look down, that is because I'm making sure I keep track of all my notes. That way we can make sure to stay on topic. And also, before we do anything else, please make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe and hit that bell. That way you get notified each and every time we post another video. I just want to let you guys also know Mo will not be in this series because of fortunately she does not have a story to tell you guys. I want to start this series off by telling my story. I do want to give a trigger warning. Okay, I'm not here to bash anybody in any kind of shape, way, or form. This is solely my story to tell, my life experience. This is for 18 and older, guys, and I want to share with you guys because this is what caused a lot of what I've been through, guys. This is my story and a lot of what I've been through and endured as an adult and also as a kid as well, as far as back as I can remember. I do not condone any harassment, any malicious intent towards anyone involved in my story. That's all I have to say. Now let's get started into my story. This is where I am gonna start off because this is as far back as I could go to where I could remember. So as me growing up as a kid, at the time we were a family of 12. Today we're a family of 14. My mother only has 4 kids. 2 of them are passed, rest in peace, brother and sister. 2 of them are passed, so she has 2 kids left of her own. The rest of the kids are from other women that my dad chose to have kids with. But they are still my brothers and sisters because they are from my dad. I still have brothers and sisters, but we do not talk, and that is their choice. There's nothing I can do about it, and that's all I have to say about that. When I was younger, I never had, let's just say my dad was always at work. So me being the oldest daughter, I was always expected to be the one to cook and clean, and I always had to make sure the cooking and cleaning will be done before he gets home from work. If that wasn't done, there will be consequences involved. And when I say consequences, I mean consequences, guys. Consequences, his consequences were the belt. If you guys, maybe this generation has no clue when it comes to the belt, but I'm sure 1991 or 1990 and down knows all about the belt. We know nothing but the belt. So before my dad got home, I had to make sure that the house was clean, dinner was made, because if dinner wasn't made, my brothers and sisters would not get fed, and I do not want my brothers and sisters living in. Also, guys, keep in mind, we did have a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment with 12 siblings. There was 14 of us because my dad and his wife and the siblings, so it was 14 at the time. Me and my sister unfortunately had to give up our bedroom, so we were on the couch at the time. And then we only had that couch for 1 month because one time we woke up with bed bug bites all over us, all over me and my sister, all over our arms and hands and toes, and just you name it, they were there, full of bed bugs. So we had to throw those couches out. So now our new bed was the floor. We had a floor and a sheet, and if we were lucky, we would share a pillow. And this is me and my sister that has now passed away. I cannot talk about that case because it is very, very fresh. It's still in the courts. So all I can say about that case is rest in peace, sis. I love you with all my heart. That will be another story time once that case is done with and closed. So when it came to the house not being cleaned and dinner not being done, there was really nothing for me to cook, you guys. I'm being very raw and vulnerable with you guys. So you guys, please be nice, because this is very hard for me, especially my anxiety. So please keep it nice in the comments. We didn't have no food, guys. We grew up off of noodles. There's nothing wrong with noodles. I still love noodles to this day. I will have me some good noodles. I would throw, you know, everybody has their own way of making their noodles. But you guys all know that we have our own ways of making noodles. But back in my day, it was different. We didn't have anything to put in the noodles. All we had was noodles in the packet, and that was it. That was our breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's all we had was noodles. Noodles or sopita. That was it. So what I did was, since we were very, very poor, what I did was when we had sopita, sopa, if you guys are not sure what that means, you guys can Google it. It's sopita, sopa. I'm sure you guys heard of it. That is very filling, and it makes one package can make a whole olla full. Olla means pot full of food. It's noodles, shells. What I would do is, like, you know how cans can last forever. So if there was cans, I would throw in whatever we had, guys. I would make nothing out of something. If we had corn, if we had green beans, if we had something in the cans, I would put it in the sopita just to make it filling for my siblings, to make sure they're full. Most of the time, I did go without just to make sure they're well fed and make sure that they ate enough. With that being said, I always made sure that they were fed, because if I didn't make sure they were fed, they would eat nothing, because that's just how it was, unfortunately. So we weren't fortunate enough to have a washer and a dryer. So what I did was, since like I said, you guys, I'm the oldest girl, oldest girl in the family. Of course, the boys are not going to do cooking and laundry and cleaning and all that other stuff. They were out there playing basketball and, God knows what outside. I myself never learned how to ride a bike. I still don't know how to ride a bike because I wasn't able to be a kid. I had to grow up very, very fast at a very young age because I had to take care of my siblings. I wouldn't stop having kids. So, I had to take care of each and every one of them, because I'm not here to bash anybody, so I'm not going to say too much, but the mom wasn't in her right state of mind to take care of her kids, so I had to step in and make sure that they were fed, they were showered, and like I said, you guys, we didn't have a washer and a dryer, so what I did was all of our school clothes, thank you, Jesus, we had uniforms at the time. So it made it so much easier for me to put all of our uniforms inside the bathtub. And I would put dish soap inside the bathtub. And I would scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub. Like, I would get them and I would scrub them, all of them. Each and every uniform, I would scrub them. I would scrub the underwear, the bra, everything for each sibling. And I would make sure for that whole week, all of us had clean clothes to wear every single day. When it comes to socks, underwear, uniform, undershirts, everything, I made sure Everything was in the bathtub. I scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed and scrubbed, rinse and repeat. And then I hung them up outside in our backyard. I had made strings so where they can dry overnight, and by the morning time they were clean and they were dry. And make sure that my brothers and sisters, they went to school with clean clothes, and also they got to eat lunch at school. So thank you, God, for us being able to eat lunch at school during our rough days. We had it very rough, you guys. When we came home from school, that was time for me to make sure all of my brothers and sisters got undressed, so we can make sure to keep uniforms in one. I can make sure to keep all of their uniforms in one basket. That way, when it's laundry day, after the week of school, when it's laundry day, I can make sure I know what to wash. And then when it comes to their clothes, we barely had any clothes, because I couldn't even give you guys a day where we went shopping to buy clothes for ourselves. We always wore hand-me-downs, so thank you to our family. As we were younger, we had hand-me-downs. We were so thankful for that. They gave us hand-me-downs, because I couldn't give you guys a date or a time that we ever went to the store to go shopping to get new clothes or new shoes. We never got a birthday party. There's no pictures to prove that we ever had birthday parties or anything like that. So it was very rough on us, very rough on me, you guys. So as we're getting older, my dad was an abusive person. Be very, very honest and raw. My dad was an abusive person. My dad used to beat us with belts. So one day he had beat my sister really bad, and I had stepped in the middle, and I told him, if you're going to beat anybody in this house, you're going to beat me, because you will not touch my sister. May she rest in peace. But he never ever laid a hand on any of my stepbrothers or sisters. It was always either me or my sister. So my brothers were always in juvenile detention, so they never got to experience anything whatsoever. They were always in juvenile detention. So it was just me and my sister that were the ones that would get beat for anything and everything. So I put a stop to him raising his hand to my sister, because I protect her at all costs. I will take every single beating when it comes to her. So he knew that. He knew that was my, he knew that she was not going to get beat. I would be in the middle of it, and I would protect her at all costs. So he took it out on me, which is, I made sure if something didn't go his way and I knew that that day I was going to get a beating, I made sure to layer up. And when I tell you I layered up, that means I put a whole bunch of clothes on and get ready before you get beat. Well, that's what I did. I put a whole bunch of clothes on one day because I didn't get the chance to cook dinner because there was no food. I couldn't turn anything into anything because we had no food. We didn't have not one pack of noodle. We didn't have nothing, guys. And I tried to explain to him, please and go look, we don't have no food. You don't have to do this. You don't have to beat me. We don't have no food. What am I supposed to cook? There's nothing. He was not in his right state of mind, guys. He was on, you know what I'm talking about. He wasn't on his right state of mind. He was doing things he wasn't supposed to be doing. So he beat me so bad, you guys, so bad, where he left welts all over my body. When I mean welts, you could see the belt marks all over my body, you guys. He told me that night, do not go to school with shorts on, because that's where like most of the bad purple and blue welts were on my legs. In the morning, I was getting all my siblings ready, so I had totally forgot to cover and put pants on to cover my legs. So and even though if he wanted me to wear pants, I couldn't wear pants because I only owned 2 uniforms. So I didn't have no pants to wear. Even if I wanted to cover up, I couldn't, because the only uniforms I had was a skirt and a pair of shorts. So I did wear shorts. And right when I got to school, they seen the pair of shorts, and they also seen the welts all over my body. The teacher seen it, sent me to the nurse. And me as a kid, you guys, I want to say I was around 8 or 9. Around that time, they sent me to the nurse, and the nurse said, this isn't right. And me as a kid, I told the truth that this happens all the time. If I don't get the cooking and cleaning done, I will get consequences. And unfortunately, my consequences were to get beat by whatever he can get his hands on. And he knew that he cannot touch my sister, because I will be standing right in front of her, getting every beat, because she is not to be touched. I protect her at all costs. Like I said, I made sure she would never ever have to endure what I endured. So when we went to the nurse discovered all the welts all over my body. So you guys, I'm gonna end this with part 1, with the nurse and discovering the welts all over my body. I'm gonna have to end it there. I will be back for part 2, and we will be finished off at. And I just want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for hearing me out, listening to my story. I know I can't be the only one that dealt with abuse as a kid, not knowing what's right and what's wrong. I thought this happened in every household because I wasn't allowed to go to friends' houses. So I assumed that that was normal. So it's not like I went and told other people what was going on in my house, because I was never allowed to go to anybody's house. So I thought it was normal until I went to the nurse, and the nurse discovered everything. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for being here and listening and hearing my story. And I hope and pray that I'm not the only one and I'm not alone. We love you with all of our hearts, and we want to thank you guys so much for not only watching our videos, for being here for us and loving on us, and just being subscribed to us. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to close this on a good note. God bless you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning. It is early here, guys. So I hope you guys have a wonderful morning. I hope you guys make sure you guys thank God for waking you guys up today, because you did not have to. Not everybody's blessed to wake up today. And if you guys can, find it in your hearts to subscribe, like, share. See you guys on the next video.